Hey, all right, here we are doing a little bit of Minecraft therapy, and we're back in our world of Minecraft therapy, and yeah, what we got going on now is we got lights. We have lights everywhere. What kind of lights? We have new lights. So let's go ahead and gear it up here and get into our regular mode. Yeah, our regular mode. And let's go check it out. Bonsai. So, there is these new lights that I did. Um, we did some changes to the place. Um, we got rid of the hanging glow berries. I've always fought them. I tried to put up string and stuff like that, and I don't know. I nixed the hanging glow berries, and now I chopped down all the cactuses and try to put cactus flowers on top of them to keep them the same size. So they'll be all one tall with just little flowers. So they're like barrel cactuses now. So I'm stoked about that. And these are our new lights, our street lights that I'm going to go with. They're kind of spaced out a little bit, but just for this little bit of area and stretch, these roads, I think they're adequate. Changed out the roadway here just a little bit, just to kind of blend it in with how these lights are going to go with the achachi, the resin, and the blackstone, kind of with the wrapped around the frog lights. And I really didn't have enough frog lights to do all these, so I had to work on the frog light issue as well. So this road here hangs a left over here to the third ladder. We're on our fourth ladder, the second rung of our Minecraft therapy. And this road here, is going to hit a bridge here. We're going to do a bridge over this way. That'll go to this spider spawner right here. We've been planning on making a spider spawner there for a while. And I thought maybe this little section here, this little strip, would make a good spot to build some kind of thing to farm the resin from the creakings, close by. I think that's pretty good. So we're going to quarter off, section by section with more roads, this area, and then build like more designed, kind of working farm kind of type deal where it's more habitable. So it has a desert theme to it, but it's, built in a little bit more, like with housing and just not as sparse. One of the other things I did was I pirated, like, I don't know, 15 or 30, I don't know, lots and lots of golems. And they just keep spawning back in, but I took them all on an adventure, and I'm going to take you on that same adventure. So like I said, I put in a bunch of lights, and we're working our way. And one of the things that we needed to do was get more frog lights. So we were trying to build like a farm to do them with the iron golems, and it was sort of working. The golems, they take a beating real quick, and they're quite violent. But yeah, we got them all the way over there. As you can see, that like I have more here in the tunnel because I kind of gave up on them. So let's go here, down here this way, and see what we got going on. Ow, ow. Okay. What we got going on? There we go. All right. So we had the golems chained up over here with all the frogs. As you can see, we have lots of frogs now. Loads and loads of frogs. And these white cubes that we got here, this is powdered snow. And it does damage. And that's perfect for harming these guys. I got it one block up. Um, uh, and that's working pretty good. Okay. The frogs, they'll like not be inside of the cubes. They tend to just hang out down near the bottom. If they jump up or whatever, they'll drift down through the bottom of them. I had them the posts sticking up, and the frogs would land on the posts and then just like murk themselves. I had a few more frogs around here at the base of this portal, and as I was clearing out this corner here, lava did flow, and it nuked some of my frogs around here. So I gotta replace some frogs and some in the snow here. I got some regular snow right here. This isn't powdered snow along the edges. I while I was making this, I kept falling asleep, and I kept walking, out into the lava, and I'd wake up and be like, "Oh no, I'm burning to death!" And I'd toast a totem. I probably did that like 3 or 4 times. Just one of those things where you get super comfy while you're working on something. So typically, what I'll do is I'll just if I'm not just letting them do their thing, I'll chop these guys down to their little bits, and then I let the frogs take over from there. And then I just walk around and snag the the frog lights from them. I only got the one color here right now. I tried transporting the other ones over from different colors, and I have the process wrong because I just kept getting more and more of the ones by like because I was trying to teleport them as tadpoles after they bred in a different place to get the different colors. But I think I just need to drag the whole frog here. So it's either that or just build a whole new section someplace else. I got the process down. This works. One of the other things I found is that when you're dropping these in and if there's like lava, because if you're building this out over lava, if there's lava underneath there, you're not gonna be able to tie up a post above it or below it because it's gonna start on fire. But you can make nether fence out of the nether bricks, and that works just fine. So yeah, we this little project here like really cooked and got us a ton of prog lights, and I think I could show that possibly. I don't. I may the box may be at spawn. So yeah, it is at spawn. Let's see here. Prog lights anywhere? No, it's not here. So anyway, that's what we've been working on. That's what we accomplished. Was making those lights, and we've done several trips back and forth to the Southern Lighthouse to gather resources and come back and since the Southern Lighthouse is next to the Snowy Mountain, that's where we were going to snag powdered snow. So that was working out really good. We got some food here. Yeah, we do. Um, uh, and and I've been reflecting on the projects that we were working on. Like over here, we were trying to make this like a faux pale area to gather pale wood so that we could build a giant pale tree right here. And we won't need to do that. We'll be able to just like go to the actual pale forest and snag more trees and not have to just sit here and farm these ones to make the one right here, because we'll still do that. We'll still make a big one right here of some sort. And it's a blue egg. Oh, cool! It's a blue egg. And yeah, I'm stoked. It's working out pretty good. I'm enjoying the freedom of not being bound to just a Southern Lighthouse right now. And it's working out pretty good. Our little frog hut, it needs some different colored frogs. We got lots of these ones in here. So either we build another portal over in the snowy biome and build another frog hut there and just work from there, and then possibly one in a desert, or I'm not sure how to get the colors just right, but I know in the snowy biome I was getting green ones, so that's at least part of the problem is part of the solution. And speaking of problems and solutions, like when it comes to like the therapy side of the therapy world, when we where we try to talk out our issues and problems and looking for solutions. And some of those solutions to our problems don't exist. Like it's dealing with things like when you're dealing with people and you're dealing with like people that are just very disingenuous. Like how do you react to them? How do you embrace their their existence into your world? You can take things any way you want to, how their perspective, or you can continue to just placate to whatever Gollum just keep coming through. Placate to whatever it is that they're pushing on you. Because for the most part, when I see somebody trying to con me with with their with their con, I know a con because I am a con. Like I mean I personally lie to myself all the time, so I can see it when other people lie to me as well. It looks just like how I do it. And so like, when you're when you're embracing the lie that is being around other people, it's it's either a benefit to just, let it all go, or is it a benefit to embrace it? The anger, the frustration, the heartache, the loss. Like for me, like I'll have a dream that that I'm just like trying to get somebody's attention, trying to reach out and just be like, hey, like I'm here, I exist, and basically just wanting a hug, and and then in the dream you do get a hug, and it's like the best hug ever. Um, uh, and it's almost frightening because you just assume that you don't deserve a hug. But it's a dream. You control it. It's your world. So I'm in my own head, trying to comfort myself. But the reality is I know there is no comfort, and there is no accepting who I am or what I am. It's just a matter of just making it another day, I guess. So so we need to work on this soups up sign. We need to make these like big letters, and I want it to like stick out, like embossed as well, and then lit up some sort of way. Because it's very dark. Like at night when I come by, and like, man, this place could use some pizzazz. And so the I'm doing a combination of like stairs and slabs and whatnot. I think is going to be key, and maybe even some wall pieces. Try to get this to be soups up bigger on here would be pretty cool. So that's not so bad. I'm thinking we need a turtle beach because at one point in time I just snagged a bunch of eggs and I ran around all the beaches and I put in turtle eggs and they hatched, and now I just got turtles like living in the cobble spawner here. There's just turtles living at the cobble spawner, and then I got turtles here living at the first oasis. They're just chilling, and then but I was thinking maybe something over here along the waterway would be neat. Maybe even in here, like this being like a turtle beach of some sort. They don't have to be enclosed or anything like that. We could farm the scoots and stuff like that elsewhere a little bit better. So it doesn't have to be super functional, just be enjoyable. So that's all we're really shooting for. It's just for some funsies, and yeah, gathering the resources that we needed to make all this. We've been pillaging a bunch of the achachi trees around this area over here. Our first attempt at making some bigger achachi trees by just burying some dirt up in here and making these like extra level achachis. In the end, this doesn't really bother me. Like I thought like maybe this might not play too well, like mentally. Be like, it's just a tree stacked up on another tree. Like it's not going to be, it's going to be pretty uniform and not interesting. But in a way, I really like it. Because of how the trees get offset and jut out. I think it provides a definite like enjoyment factor. So I think I'm gonna keep up with this here and then do some bigger ones. So I need to do some kind of version of a bigger achachi tree in this area. I'm trying to figure out where to put it though. It could live here on the top of this dirt mound right here, which would be okay. And then I can par this road down because I just have a singular path right here, and I could trim this down a little bit more and make this a little bit better. But yeah, that's what we're working on. Just keep on making these lights and these paths, and then try to clear out all these this this millions of torches that we have here. It's got to be possible somehow. You know, it's possible. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh. All right. So yeah, I think that's it. Just a quick little update on our little therapy world and how we battle with the corruption and the bitter untruth in lies that is ourselves, and then with how our general mistrust of the world around us, embracing what we find in ourselves because we just lie to ourselves. So the only comfort is in our own lie, I guess. So I don't know. That's just it is how it is. So be well, take care, take luck, take a pair of shoes and put them on your feet and go for an enjoyable adventure. I guess. I don't know. Later.